storybook, I think it would be read by a small teenage girl with too much in her head. She'd read it to her brother at night before they'd sleep, and the next day they'd argue about the story of me. One would say that I was kind, and one would say I wasn't. One would say that I did what I could, and one would say the opposite. And that's alright with me. If my life was a storybook, I'd talk about the way my dad would hold my hand when he would take me out in the rain. We'd dance and we'd play, get mud all over our face, then we'd go inside, and Mother would be unfazed, 'cause she knew it was our fun. If my life was a storybook, I'd title it The Grave, 'cause that's what my name autocorrects to. And if my life was a storybook, I'd talk about you and the things you would do to keep me sane. If my life was a storybook, you'd be my main topic. I'd talk about the things you do, I'd talk about your friends, I'd talk about the way that you would dance with me sometimes. I remember that one dance at the Valentine's night. If my life was a storybook, I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause nothing in my life is worth changing. I love the way I've turned out, and I have a while to go. I just miss when I was quiet and alone. But now I've got my family chosen in the blood. I wouldn't change a thing, I wouldn't change one single thing. If my life was a storybook, I'd smile and I'd grin, I'd sing my way through every turn of the page. I would sing la 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 la, just to get through the day. If my life was a storybook, I'd talk about my favorite bands and my favorite songs. I'd talk about the important things and the things that made you happy. I'd talk about the way that you would smile when you were sad. I would talk about you. If my life was a storybook, I'd talk about my hardships to make that little girl feel like she's not the only one. I'd talk about the things that I did. If my life was a storybook, I'd talk about the goodbyes, the things that you said before you left me that night. When you were laying in that hospital bed, holding on for dear life, holding on to my hand. Crying doesn't begin to explain what I do. In fact, I'd sit there and stare at a picture of you. It's an empty void of darkness when I'm sad. And it's hard to say the word Dad. And if my life was a storybook, I would talk about you. talk about the way you combed your hair. I'd talk about what you knew. I'd talk about the hat you had, the one with the camouflage embroidered words. And if my life was a storybook, I'd talk all about you. I'd talk about the way you hung out with